Hey everyone! So, we're all hearing about ChatGPT, right? It's everywhere. But have you ever actually stopped and thought, what does that name even mean? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and decode the name everyone knows, but very few people actually understand. You've definitely heard the name, and chances are you've played around with it, but what's really behind the letters? Asking this question is the key, because once you get the name, you start to grasp just how incredible the technology really is. So, let's dive in. Okay, so let's get the simple answer out of the way first. At its heart, ChatGPT is exactly what it sounds like. It's a chatbot, you talk to it, and it's powered by a GPT AI model. That's the simple definition, but the real magic, the part that changes everything, is hidden in that little acronym, GPT. So let's figure out what's in the name. We're going to break it down into its two main parts. It's actually pretty straightforward. All right, so on one side you have chat. That part's easy, right? It just means conversation. The whole point is to talk with you. But on the other side you have GPT, and this is the engine. This is the powerhouse behind the whole thing, and it stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So let's unpack that GPT. These three words are the key to everything. They're not just random letters. They literally describe how this amazing technology works. We're going to tackle them one by one. First, generative, then pre-trained, and finally, transformer. Ready? Let's go. Okay, first up, G is for generative, and this is its whole purpose. It doesn't just go find an answer on a web page somewhere, it actually creates new text. It generates brand new sentences, ideas, and paragraphs that have never existed before, just for you. Next, we have P for pre-trained. This is so important. Think about it. Before you ever type a single letter, this model has already done its homework. It's been trained on a truly massive amount of data. Basically, it's read a huge chunk of the internet. So it comes to your conversation already knowing all that stuff. And finally, T for transformer. Now this is the technical secret sauce. A transformer is a specific type of AI architecture, and it's a revolutionary one. It's what allows the AI to understand all the tricky nuances and context in our language, which is why its answers feel so, well, human. So there you have it. The name is decoded. But this tech didn't just show up out of nowhere. The story of GPT is this incredible, super fast evolution, and it all kicked off back in 2018. This was the first one, GPT-1. It was built with 117 million parameters. Now, you can think of parameters as sort of like connections in the AI's brain. The more you have, the more it can learn. And 117 million sounds like a ton, right? But believe me, this was just the warm-up act. Really, GPT-1 was the proof of concept. It was that first big experiment that showed, hey, it's actually possible for an AI to understand and generate basic sentences that sound like a person wrote them. It was a huge first step. But after that first step, things started to accelerate, and fast. Let's talk about the next massive leap in intelligence. So just 1 year later, in 2019, we get GPT-2. And just look at that number. We went from 117 million parameters to 1.5 billion. That's more than 10 times bigger. The game was changing. And here's a wild little story about GPT-2. It was so shockingly good at writing long, convincing articles that its own creators got worried. They were concerned it could be used to create fake news, so they actually delayed the full release. That's how powerful it was. And then came the giant. In 2020, GPT-3 arrived. And the scale is it's mind-boggling. We jumped from 1.5 billion parameters all the way to 175 billion. This wasn't just another step. It was a quantum leap into a whole new world. GPT-3 is really the model that made tools like ChatGPT a reality for all of us. It was suddenly so powerful that it could write essays, draft computer code, translate languages. It just got incredibly good at speaking our language. And that brings us right up to today, to the advanced AI that's running under the hood of the ChatGPT we use right now. Yep, meet GPT-4. Released in 2023, it's not just bigger, it's way smarter. It's more accurate, way more creative, and it can understand really complex reasoning. And here's the kicker, it can work with both text and images. It's become multimodal. Just take a second and look at this timeline. From GPT-1 to GPT-4 in only 5 years. The pace of this change is, well, It's just breathtaking, isn't it? And if that timeline didn't blow your mind, this chart will. This shows the growth in scale. Look at that jump from GPT-1 to GPT-2, and then that absolutely astronomical leap to GPT-3. You can't even really see the bar for GPT-1 anymore. It's a perfect picture of exponential growth. So to wrap it all up neatly, this table really tells the whole story. We went from just basic text understanding in 2018 to getting better at writing, to becoming a super powerful language AI, and now to an AI with advanced reasoning that can see and understand images. What a journey. So now you know exactly what's in the name ChatGPT. It's a conversation with a generative, pre-trained transformer. And we've watched it go from a simple experiment to world-changing tech in just 5 years. So that leaves us with one final, fascinating question to chew on. If this is what happened in the last 5 years, what on earth will the next 5 bring?